surprised by the run defense last week, and I guess part of that, did you think that a corner had been turned with the way you guys played in Baltimore and Cincinnati?
Yeah, man, I was proud of what we did in the Baltimore game versus Cincinnati in that regard. And we practiced really, well for the Miami game. Obviously, things didn't go well, with our run defense versus Miami. That's a credit to them. They had a great plan. They executed it well. So, our guys have practiced really well this week. The players on our team, and we're focused for the next opportunity.
When they run like they did and have a couple touchdowns, they're untouched. Like, are those problems that aren't easily fixed? Like, is this week a lot of, do you have to tear some stuff down, or are they really minor things that just look worse?
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything's minor. We're always, looking at each play on its own. Is everyone lined up? Is everyone sound assignment-wise? How's our technique on all three levels? Are we penetrating? Are we knocking things back? Are we getting off blocks? Are we shedding? Are we tackling? Are our angles to the ball good, which precedes the tackling, of course, and then individual tackling technique. Are we getting our pads down? Are we wrapping up? Are we driving for 5? Are we finishing? Do we have a swarm tackle mentality? Are we getting people to the ball? So anytime there's a breakdown in one of those areas or multiple of those areas, big plays can happen, yards can happen, touchdowns can happen. And we're confident in our ability to work together, play together, and execute it. Again, we've done a good job in some games this year. The consistency's not there. It wasn't good enough last week. And, again, I'm proud of how the players on our team worked this week with energy and focus to keep improving.
Do you have to approach Josh Allen a lot like you approach Lamar Jackson in terms of what they can do in the run game along with what they can do throwing the ball?
Yeah, anytime you have an athletic quarterback that can run and throw, and threaten the defense, on multiple levels, you got to be assignment sound in terms of coverage. Are we in the right spot? Are the assignments correct coverage? And then in the run game, based on the coverage, based on the call, who's responsible for the quarterback? So there's certainly carryover when you play a quarterback of this nature.
How do they compare and contrast in terms of how they're used in the running game?
Yeah, I mean, I think both coordinators have elements that there is some crossover with the quarterbacks can keep the ball, when they see fit, and they can utilize RPOs. So when they keep it, they may throw it, they may run it. So, there's a little bit of carryover there.
How different is Josh, though, than from other running quarterbacks? Because, like Lamar's a little more slippery. Josh is a guy that almost seeks out contact, which you don't see a lot from quarterbacks. Yeah,
that's a good point. I mean, he's a bigger human, right? We can all look at the draft measurables and the roster and the flip card and say he's a bigger guy than Lamar. They're both fast. They both have elusiveness in their own way. But yeah, they're different. Josh is a bigger guy.
When you look at your D tackles, what areas do you think they need to improve in to help out in that run game?
Yeah, those guys are working really hard. Coach Kip's doing a great job with them. They're getting off the ball, they're attacking, they're penetrating, they're disrupting. So I like how they're working. I like what they did this week, and we got to make it right behind them, as well.
Ben, Joe was talking yesterday about Josh, like, given his ability, he's the kind of quarterback where some plays just are going to get away from you as a defense, and you have to, basically have a short memory, I guess. Just how important is that, especially given the run game problems that last week going into this week now for you guys?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, we need to treat each play on its own, focus on the play that's about to happen, and whatever happened the previous play, move on from. You might have success on one play. That doesn't mean the next play isn't going to have its own challenges, right? If you have a play where it's unsuccessful, move on. Let's play the next play. The next play is the best play.